Testing. Just testing this mic. Hopefully it works. Don't really know where to hold it, but I think we'll go for this. Weather's probably going to change. Probably going to have all different lighting in this video, but yeah, let's go for it.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So, if you watched last week's video, then you would have known I hit 2,000 subscribers. If you follow my social medias as well, such as Facebook and Instagram, I've plastered it all over there as well. And I just want to give a massive thank you to you guys, because without you lot liking the videos, watching them, subscribing to the channel, and just supporting me in general, then this YouTube channel would probably not be here. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle on. At the end of last week's video, I announced that I'm going to be doing a Q&A video just to celebrate 2,000 subscribers, and also it's a great way of you guys finding out a little bit more about me. So first off, I need to crack open the obligatory Dr. Pepper, and we'll get this show on the road. Nice. Just a quick little disclaimer before we start. The lighting might change in here because, yeah, it's kind of rubbish. I'm in my garage, and also there might be a bit of road noise, but try and get over that with this mic, as I've now got an extended cord, and yeah, the audio should be brilliant. And without further ado, let's get the questions up. Firstly, we're going to be starting with the Q&A post I put on YouTube. That was 2 days ago. It's only got 10 comments, but they're pretty good ones already. Kicking the questions off on the YouTube post, the Capri vlog asked, what's your favourite memory with the little Fiesta? Now, there's quite a lot of memories, but the one that probably tops them all is my first drive in it, because if a lot of people don't already know, when I got the Mark II Fiesta, I couldn't actually drive it for a year, maybe even a year and a half, purely because I couldn't afford the insurance. I got it on the road, got it MOT'd, but I just had to sawn it because I couldn't afford the insurance. And yeah, that first drive was probably the best memory I've had in it. Obviously, got loads of other fond memories, such as going to the Isle of Wight and my first ever show in it. But yeah, that's got to be the number one up there. The Capri vlog also asked, do you have a favourite show you try to get to every year? And yeah, I do have a favourite show, and that's got to be the Ford Isle of Wight takeover. It's just such a good weekend away. I like to go with my mate Ash, that I knew from my apprenticeship when I was doing it, and yeah, I try to get to that every year. Obviously didn't get to that last year in 2020, but we've actually got it booked for a couple of weeks time this year. So yeah, make sure you stay around and watch the video for that, because that is a good crack and a really good show. Next up, we've got a bloke called Liam Charity. He's asked, when will you be finishing the Mark I Fiesta? Really looking forward to the next episode. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much for watching. And the answer to that question is we don't know. We're in no real rush. Me and Dad are actually enjoying it, just tinkering about, doing bits and bobs as and when we can. Yeah, I don't have an answer for that, mate. Probably not this year, to be honest. Probably have it out next year. We're just tinkering along, and that's just the joys of it. We don't have to rush to get it done for any show in particular. Thank you for watching the videos, and there'll be loads more episodes out very soon. The next comment comes from the Struggly Boys. Love these guys. Brilliant content. If you haven't already checked them out, go on YouTube and search up Struggly Boys. Anyway, their question is, favourite car in each segment. Can only pick one of the certain age in each class. Hatchback can't be a Fiesta, because obviously Fiesta. So he's saying coupe, saloon, roadster / convertible, estate, pickup, 4x4, supercar, race car, and van. Now this is going to take me a couple of seconds to work out, but yeah, I'll be back with that in 1 second. So first on the list is a hatchback, and I'm probably going to upset quite a lot of viewers. And my favourite hatchback, if I couldn't pick a Fiesta, would probably be a Astra H VXR. Me and my dad have got a little bit of a history with him. He used to have a Nürburgring edition. He had number 47. They sold that, then he regretted it, and then he had number 53. but unfortunately he sold that quite a few years ago now. So yeah, that's definitely my category for hatchback, my favourite. Right, you know what? The next one on the list is a coupe, and to be honest, I just don't really like them anyway. Like, so I'd have to say like a Capri, something like that. Yeah, I'd skip that question if I could. The next one down on the list is a saloon, and obviously it's getting a bit more tasty now, and you guys already know what I'm going to pick. That's a Mark II Escort, got to be the 4-door, and yeah, that's definitely my favourite saloon. Not quite sure what's next on the list, and that is a Roadster / convertible. You know what? I have no interest in these cars at all. They're just for people that like to go out on Sunday drives with the roof down. So I'm going to go and say my favourite one is a Sports KA convertible. Because yeah, I just don't like these cars. Don't like convertibles, man. Scrolling down the list again, we have got estate. So favourite estate for me. There's two options, to be honest. I could go classic or modern. It's the same with all of these. Modern, I'll probably have to go and upset the apple cart and pick an Audi RS6 because yeah, they're just one mean machine. Whereas classic, I'll probably have to go for a Mark I Escort estate. Yeah, because I like the Mark II Escorts. I love them. The Mordors, but yeah, I like the Mark I Escort estate. I'll probably say that's my favourite for that category. Favourite pickup. You know what? This is a category I probably don't have a lot of interest in either, mainly because I'm a yob and I just like hatchbacks and saloons. But if I was going to pick my favourite pickup, it'd probably have to be a little mini pickup because I think them things are, yeah, they're pretty funny. And yeah, I'd say that's got me be my favourite pickup. We're nearly at the end of this list now, so it's 4x4 up, and once again probably gonna stress out all you Ford geeks that are watching this, but I'm gonna have to pick the Range Rover SVR because yeah, I just want one of these. Do you know what I mean? They're just a massive baller spec car. The interior in them is like all white. It's got like the proper like almost like bucket seats. I'd have to have it in that dark blue. Yeah, this is probably one of my dream cars, I'd say. I've heard really terrible things about them. Pretty sure they're like the worst thing to repair. But yeah, that's got to be my favourite 4x4. Little Chelsea tractor. So we've got Supercars up next, and this is probably something that I've avoided in my sheltered car history. Realistically, never going to be able to afford one of these, so I'm not really into them. But if I was going to get one, it'd probably be like a Porsche 911 GT3, something along the lines of that. Obviously, everyone bangs on about Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff, but to be honest, they do nothing for me. I just want my little Fiesta. Down to the final two on this question now, and that is race car. So I don't know if this is like track car as well, but I'm going to sort of include that. You know what? I'm going to throw it out there again just because I'm trying to keep away from the Fords. But I like the idea of a little Clio. I think it's called a 182. And yeah, I think it looked really cool, bombing them around a track. I've seen quite a few track builds. Follow a few people on Instagram. But yeah, I think it looked proper cool. I'd love to have go in one of them one day. Maybe even build a little track set up myself. And the last one is a van. And seeing as I can't go for a Fiesta, the only other option is definitely a classic Anglia van, because I think these things are absolutely mint. I'd really like one of these one day, but just the same as anything else, classic and Ford, the price is only going up. But yeah, definitely a Ford Anglia van. Huge shout out to the Struggly Boys for sending me that question in. Brilliant question, and you guys have actually seen how limited my knowledge and my enthusiasm is for other cars such as convertibles and supercars. Classic Mini Details has commented saying, if it wasn't a classic Fiesta, what would it be? You know what, it's quite funny actually, your name, because I think it would probably be a classic Mini. I do quite like little chav wagons such as Vauxhall Novas and bits like that. But yeah, when I was growing up, I really liked a classic Mini, and I really wanted one when I was older. But that never happened, and yeah, I really think it would be a classic Mini or something along them lines. David Sawyers has asked, are you going to turbo any of your classics? Probably not, mate. Little Red Fiesta has been pestering me and my dad to turbo the Mark I ST170 project, but I don't think that's going to happen. We just don't have the funds for it. Yeah, we just want to get that up and running like normal. This old girl, she's not having no new engine. If anything, it would just be a refurb. But who knows, in the future I might get something that's got a turbo, or I might get something I want to put a turbo on. So the answer for now is no, but in the future, possibly. Quick little drinks break. I'm not actually sure how long this is going to go on for, but I'll try and not make it too long for you guys watching. Remember, give this video a like because it really helps me out. On to the next one. Aaron De Souza. I'm really sorry if I pronounced that wrong, mate. He's saying, well done with getting 2k subscribers, Mitch. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. He's asked, what do you think about the prices of old Fords and other classics? Also, say prices were 50% of what they are now. What car would you buy and why? Keep up the good work, mate. Brilliant question, mate. Thank you very much. It's getting a bit silly, really, but at the end of the day, if they're that popular, there's always going to be a want for it, and the money's going to continuously go up. Like the Fiestas now, I'm seeing sort of rotten ones going for £2,000. But yeah, it's a bit silly. That's my opinion. But with a popular car, that's always going to happen. And also, following on from the second part of his question, asking about if the prices were 50% what they are now, what I would buy, and it's got to be a Mark II Escort. If they were half the price, I'd definitely be snatching one of them up. I'm actually currently saving up to purchase one, hopefully towards the end of this year, but we'll see about that. And yeah, definitely be a Mark II Escort that I'll be buying if they're half the price. Gonna have to stop sitting forward, it's doing me back in. Sound like an old man. Next up, we've got Russell Wade, who's asked, can you see yourself maybe ending up with a Ford RS, or is it a Ford Fiesta all the way? To be honest, mate, no, I can't, because I kind of always want a little hatchback as a daily car, do you know what I mean? Unless in loads of years to come I have kids or whatever. Maybe I'll have a baller spec RS, but no, at the moment, I think it's always going to be a Fiesta. Might even become a saloon one day if I start dailying a classic Ford. But no, I don't really like the Ford RSs. They're a bit too much for me at the moment as well. Next up on the list is JD. He's asked, you ever seen Shine Automotive channel? They put an XR2 shell on top of an Audi TT. Yes, I have watched like one episode. It seems very wacky what they're doing. I've seen they've had to like stretch the whole body sideways. But yeah, very cool. I look forward to seeing that when it's finished. Harry Vlogs has asked what your dream car is, and I think I've already covered that, and people already know. It's a Mark II Escort 4-door, or it's going to be that Range Rover SVR. I kept the best till last. T. Longy asked, any question, what's your favourite cheese? My favourite cheese is cheddar, mate. Can't beat it. Or that burger cheese that's made out of plastic. Thank you for the question. Right, so that's all the questions on YouTube done now. I'm going to go through my Instagram ones next. Some people sent them in through direct messages, and some people put them on a post on my Instagram. But we'll just work our way through them. There is quite a few on here actually. So yeah, let's get to it. To kick this lot off, Kane Woolley has asked, dream classic Ford build. Now, it's going to be the Mark II Escort all day long, but if we're being realistic, I would love to have a Mark III Fiesta one day and try and get it a pretty similar colour to my Maritime Blue Mark II. I'd love to like track build a Mark III Fiesta. I think that would be proper cool. Yeah, and I'd also like to have a van one day, like I said, Anglia van, something like that. Build that up from scratch. So yeah, that's got to be me a couple of dream classic Ford builds. Thank you for the question, mate. That Frozen Fez has asked, when are you buying a Mark III Fiesta? Pretty good question actually, mate, because I've literally just talked about that. Yeah, I don't know. If I had the room, I'd be getting one now. Trust me, mate. But yeah, I don't know. Probably in the future, I reckon. That Mark II has asked, what car brand would you be into if Ford was off the table? And I did briefly touch on this earlier. It would have to be Vauxhalls. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I just love them VXRs too. They've turned into major chav wagons at the moment. It wasn't like that about 10 years ago when my dad had a couple. Yeah, that passion really grew on me. And I think I'll hopefully own one day and upset all of you lot that are into Fords like me. Thank you for the question, mate. The next question is from Max Bedford. He's asked, what's your best moment in the classic car? And what's your favourite Fiestas? My best moment recently has probably got to be when I went out of AD Bright in his mental Mark II Fiesta track build. Yeah, that was wicked. And what's your favourite Fiestas? I'm guessing you're talking about what Mark. It's got a bit of Mark 2 for me all day long. I do like the Mark 1s when they're done nicely, and I also love the Mark 3s. I've also got a soft spot for the Mark 5s, like the facelift Mark 4 ones. But yeah, it's got to be for me the Mark 2 all day long. They got to be my favourite. Got a little soft spot. Next up, Steve's Escort Mark 2 has asked, your dream classic car, what modifications would you do to get it as you want? So to be honest, Steve, as we have already sort of realised, it's a Mark 2 Escort, and the modifications I'd do is, I'll probably do what you're doing on your channel, mate. I'd strip it completely down to a shell, I'll get it all painted, wrapped underneath, I'll build it up, modifications such as coilovers, it'd have to be running banded steels, really nice fresh paint job on it, minimalistic look. So yeah, that's probably what I'd do to my Mark 2 Escort if I ever get it. Thank you for the question. Following that same sort of pattern, David Classic Fords has asked, when will we be seeing you bobbing around in a Mark 2 Escort, and after a Mark 2 Escort, would you get another classic? So hopefully, mate, by the end of the year. But as for another classic, I'm not too sure yet. I have mentioned a few in this video that I would like, but we'll just have to wait and see. I've always actually liked the idea of getting another Mark II in maritime blue and doing the complete opposite to what I've done to this one. So a full track build, strip it completely out, whack a massive engine in it, and yeah, go from sort of bog standards, clean look, to mental track build. Yeah, that'd be quite a cool project that I'd like to do as well one day. Thank you for the question, mate. Oh, you guys love putting me on the spot, didn't you? So Alex Raymond has asked top 5 favourite Mark IIs, and yeah, I've just put a list together. Yeah, apologies guys, because I just can't fit them all in the top 5. There's so many wicked looking Fiestas out there, but yeah, I've picked my top 5. So in no particular order, my top 5 Mark II Fiestas are Adi Brights, Dale Jacksons, Brandon Lees, Tom Butchers, and unfortunately, I don't know the name of this bloke, but his Instagram is Fezvu, and yeah, that is a immaculate Mark II Fiesta. I also did put an Instagram story up for people to ask me questions, and a couple of people have. So Richard Bucket has asked what my star sign is. I don't know, like Aries, innit? End of March, Aries, I think, yeah. Tommy has asked how the Mark 1's getting on. It's all good, mate. Just finished off that gearbox side. Think me and my dad are going to crack on with a bit of work this weekend, and yeah, just see how we go. Slow and steady wins the race. That Mark II was asked another question. Tom's asked, what's the best and worst parts of being a YouTuber? Pretty good question, mate, so thanks for that. Best parts, most rewarding parts are the really nice comments I get. People thanking me for the videos, saying that they're entertained and watch them. Look forward to them. People complimenting my car and stuff like that, and yeah, just getting the recognition for putting the hours in, not just for making the videos but for editing them. Yeah, that's probably the best part of YouTube for me personally. As for the worst part of YouTube, I'd just say the hate. I personally don't get it. I've only had a couple of odds comments, so that's got to be the worst part about it. And also, actually, you know what, I'm gonna throw out there the upload time. I'm pretty sure quite a lot of YouTubers would agree with me. The upload time for videos, that is mad sometimes, so that's probably got to be the worst part. Right, we're on the wind up next. So my good mate Ash Riley has asked, is it true you haven't is it true you haven't passed your maths? Mate, I passed my maths, what are you talking about? So yeah, bit of an inside joke, guys. Basically, when I was doing my apprenticeship, my certificates from school, I don't even know what happens. I just don't think I uploaded them onto the thing. So obviously I passed maths and English to get into my apprenticeship, and there's a bit of a mare. I ended up sorting it out a couple of weeks later, and got the certificates to them and proved I'd actually passed maths. But yeah, I forever got wound up about that at college. But yeah, I passed my maths, Ash, alright? Thank you for the question, though. Next up, Jack from the Ford Guys has asked, what do you think of the Ford Guys? To be honest, mate, I'm really glad I'm a part of it. I think it's a brilliant platform for people to share their cars. I certainly find a lot of wicked cars off of there, because he basically posts everyone's classic Fords and modern Fords, to be fair. Just a great way of meeting new people, and yeah, I'm glad I'm part of it. Got two more on this Instagram story. So David Coogan has asked, what's your favourite car to drive out of the ones you own? Well, I only own two cars, my Mark II Fiesta and my Mark 7 Fiesta ST. And it's got to be the Mark II Fiesta. Although it's not got the power of the ST, it's just so cool to drive. The nice low rides, the raspiness of the exhaust, the fact that you can't go fast, just enjoying that old sensation of a car that I never actually got to experience. But yeah, definitely the Mark II is a pleasure to drive. And the last question on this Instagram story is 3 favourites of each Fiesta and 3 bad points. Right, so of each Fiesta. So I assume you mean 3 favourites and 3 bad points of the Mark 1 and the Mark 2. But I'm just going to do my Mark 2 because my dad knows his Mark 1 so much better than I do, and it wouldn't be nice sort of picking out bad points, would it? So 3 favourites of my Mark II Fiesta. First one's got to be the banded stills. So glad I got them done. They're definitely the main part. My second favourite is probably the underside, how clean that is. If you guys haven't already seen, go back and watch the videos from lockdown last year. I was literally coming back from work and just going straight underneath my Fiesta, sort of restore it, and I gradually done it all. That's got to be my second favourite, the undersides. I'll tell you what, my third favourite thing on my Fiesta is my number plates, because they annoy so many people and they trigger a lot of people just because they shouldn't belong on my Fiesta. They are my show plates. That's what I always tell people. I never drive with these, do you know what I mean? I don't know why people get triggered, but yeah, that's got to be my top 3 favourite things. My 3 bad points, if you guys watched the last video, I did actually have a blend line in this section where the wing meets the front panel, but I have actually rectified that, so that bad point's kind of gone, but we're going to throw it in there anyway. Second bad point, probably my window screen. My window screen is a pain in the arse. I'm going to insert a clip, but yeah, it's all misted up. The laminate in between the 2 bits of glass has actually sort of deteriorated and it's gone cloudy, but I have actually got one sitting in the garden that I need to fit. I just haven't had the time to get round to it. And the third bad thing, my door cards. My door cards are pretty bad condition. I mean, they look alright, but to me, they're not perfect, and I need to get them reupholstered very soon. So yeah, that's me 3 favourite things about my Mark II and my 3 worst bits about my Mark II. Thank you for the question, Dan Everston. Moving on from the Instagram, I did actually get some direct messages on Instagram and Facebook, so I'm just going to trawl through them now. I've got a few to get through. So, Jay Walters, he's asked my all-time favourite Ford. Let's not beat around the bush. It's going to be the Mark II Escort. I mean, I'm in love with my Mark II Fiesta, but when I get my Escort, this is going to be number 2. I'm never getting rid of it, but yeah, it's got to be the Mark II Escort. That is the beauty that stands out for me. Next little direct message is from Callum Tipples. He's asked, what age did you purchase both of the Fizzies? So I own my Mark II Fiesta, which I bought when I was 18, I believe. I'm going to get it wrong now, ain't I? I'm going to have to check the date. Right, so I've actually got the date. I bought it on the 8th of March 2018, so that was just before my birthday. That makes me 18. I've owned it 3 years because I'm now 21. So the Mark II Fiesta was bought from a bloke in Wembley. It was advertised on Facebook as well as eBay, and the story goes, I saw it, had a little glance on it, thought yeah, that'd be nice one day, and then my dad messaged me that day and said, have you seen this Mark II Fiesta? Looks pretty nice. Well, it didn't look very nice, had faded paintwork, no MOT, but the bloke had actually put it through MOT, so we actually knew what it needed to get it through one. And yeah, then later that day, me and Dad took the little trip down to Wembley. Probably took us about an hour and a half, and purchased it. I bought it for £660, so that's 3 years ago, that sort of price. And yeah, never looked back. That's a little backstory about that. And as for my ST, I bought that last year in 2020. I think it was October 2020. Literally just a dealership. Would never go there again. But yeah, it was pretty good price. It's a oldish ST. It's a 64 plate, 2004. So 2004? 2014. Right, apologies guys, I'm not quite sure if the angle of this has changed because just had to whack a new battery in the GoPro. Back to what I was saying, yeah, my Mark II, bought that when I was 18 and I'm now 22. I've actually just watched that footage back. I'm not 21 anymore because it's gone past March this year, and yeah, I haven't had the ST that long. I bought it when I was 21, and yeah, it's been, what, 6, 7, 8 months? I don't know, I can't count. So yeah, anyway, I was just going to say my dad's, the Mark 1 is my dad's, and he's owned that for like 7, 8 years now. Some people think we actually bought it at the start of the project, but it was just being stored down at my grandparents'. Yeah, I said in that video that it was a new project. It wasn't a new project, it was something new coming to the channel. I worded it wrong, but yeah, he's had that about 7 years now, so yeah. He's got something else stashed away as well that I might reveal soon. But yeah, thanks Callum, thank you for the question. And we got a couple of little direct messages from Nick Whitney on Facebook. Cheers for these, mate. He's asked a couple of little questions. What job do you do? So my job, I'm a fleet mechanic. I can work on sort of light commercial vans up to big lorry, HCV and a trailer. But yeah, so I'm a fleet mechanic in the long and short of it. He says, what job do you hope to be doing in 3 years from now? I'm not too sure, mate. Want to get a couple of things under my belt. I want to become an MOT tester. I want to get my Class 1 licence. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. He also says, what's your dream car? And everyone knows, Mark II Escort. And he has asked as well, what got you into Mark 1/2 Fiestas? And you know what? My old man's to blame for this. Yeah, he had that Mark 1 Fiesta for about 7 or 8 years, and that's just got me bug for it. Obviously started joining the groups on Facebook when I was younger, and that sort of inspired me, people's builds and that. But yeah, definitely my dad, he's always had classic cars. One final question from Nick, and that is, what are your top 3 YouTube channels to watch? Now, you know what, this is going to be a hard one because I watch a lot of YouTube, like, yeah, so much. But you know what, I'm going to say Struggly Boys. I've already mentioned them, but honestly guys, if you enjoy my content, you'll really enjoy theirs. You've got Ross, who's got a Mark 1 Fiesta, and Philip, who's got a Mark 2 Fiesta. They're both doing massive restoration work on both of them, a lot deeper than I go because I don't have the balls to start cutting bits out of this and welding in new seals and whatnot. But yeah, that's one of my favourite channels to watch. Also, another one, it's got to be Marcus Hayes. Pretty much everyone in the old school Ford scene must know about him. Yeah, really enjoys content. Found him, got to be well over 2 years ago, if not more than that now. He got me the bug, really, I think, for YouTube again, because I first actually started this about 3 years ago. It might even be more than that now, this channel, and so I didn't upload that frequently, but yeah, definitely Marcus Hayes. I love his content. See, I'm literally scrolling through who I've subscribed to now, and it's just so hard to pick. You know what? It's a big one, but BQR, Boca, I just love his channel. I have literally watched that guy for so long, like 5, 6 years. I was watching him when he was riding BMX, doing the webisodes. Yeah, I absolutely love that channel, and he's really into cars now, to be honest. He's sort of progressed, does like mountain biking and bits like that. But yeah, he probably inspires me quite a lot. So yeah, that's got to be my 3rd favourite. No particular order, by the way. But yeah, thanks for the question, Nick. Really, really good. And just like that, I think this Q&A episode is done. If you've made it to this point, I'd just like to thank you. Write something in the comments. Just write Dr. Pepper if you reach to this point, because I really appreciate you guys, and so I want to know who you are. Do you know what I mean? I'd just like to thank you guys once again for getting me to 2,000 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you that watches these videos and supports me in my YouTube journey. But no, it's been a blast, and there's going to be a lot more to come. I'm forever planning. There was actually another question, quickly before I go. Someone was asking like best ideas or best tips for young YouTubers or people coming into YouTube in their early years, I guess. You know what? First of all, write everything down. because this way you're going to have all your ideas on a page and you can sort of create and expand from there. Another thing is, don't worry about the camera. I literally recorded on my iPhone up until the end of last year. Yeah, don't worry about camera. You can get free editing software on your phone as well, so just go for it and yeah, pick up your subscribers gradually through that. Also, the last thing I'd probably advise is regular uploads, because the YouTube algorithm likes regular uploads, and so do your audience. You know what I mean? I'm no pro at all, but it's just sort of what I've learned in the past years. I upload every Thursday 6 p.m. Everyone knows that. Do you know what I mean? So I hope maybe some people sort of go to their phone at Thursday 6 p.m. or something like that because they know I'm uploading. But yeah, you need to have that regular content, otherwise you'll lose the gauge and the audience that you're wanting to reach. So yeah, lots more to come from this channel. I've actually got a 2,000 subscribers giveaway coming up, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm gonna collab with the Ford guys, who obviously I represent. Yeah, I'm going to be releasing something very special soon, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys will want to get your hands on. Looking to the future now, I'm just going to be taking the Mark II to loads of shows. I've got to get it really clean, and I actually got a few mechanical issues that I've got to sort out before the show season really starts. But my content's going to be sort of show related, building up to summer and whatnot, and then hopefully towards the end of this year the Mark I will start really taking shape, and also I want to buy my Mark II Escort, so that's sort of what's to come. And yeah, we'll just see what I've achieved this time next year. Hopefully I've got an Escort. I know I'm waffling on and this video is probably going to take me ages to edit, but massive thank you to everyone who's also purchased stickers, because that really helps me out, and all that money I profit from goes straight into the YouTube channel, and yeah, make sure that I can create more content for you guys, and hopefully you're enjoying it just as much as I'm enjoying making it. So without further ado, I'm going to end this video. If you did enjoy it, give it a like. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel to see more. Thank you all for watching, and until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Right, why the fuck ain't my mic working? Come on, testing. Is the mic going to try and work now? Yeah? Yeah. Right, hopefully this is gonna... Is this gonna work? Hopefully. Let's get it. So, if you watched last week's video, you would have... if you watched last week... Tongue twisted. Obligatory. That's how you... yeah. Just a quick little disclaimer. I cannot talk. The next one is from Max Bedford. He's asked, what's the best moment in the classic car? Oh, fucking hell, that failed, didn't it?